Hello, everyone, back again. I guess you would say this is part two to an update video. It's about 2 a.m. Or actually, it's not 2, it's like 1. Okay, just about 1. I just did a pretty long video, like half hour. One of my longer videos on some just update type stuff. I explained in that video everything that's been going on in short with me. I'll talk about a lot of things in depth and in brevity, so a lot will be going on. I'm finding some different things to get into here. That first video, I wanted to focus and really just talk about whatever came to mind, and I was trying to come to stopping points and win at least, 32 minutes. Excuse me. Yeah, so that was a good update. I just feel like I have a lot to say, and I very rarely ever get time or ability to do this kind of stuff. So I don't know when I'll upload all these. I don't know if I'll just upload them back to back, which is what I usually do. I try to save them and do that, but most of the time I'm uploading so much content I need to keep stuff moving. This video specifically may take days to upload as well because I have to have Wi-Fi to use this device, and unless I can use hotspot or something, I'm kind of without right now. So, anyways, I've got a lot of things planned, and I'm going to be getting those done. I think in the last video, I definitely talked about a lot of things that I would go and check out. I would recommend that because what I really don't want to do is repeat myself over and over, because I know I would. If I had the ability to just talk and repeat myself over and over, I would do it, because that's just how my mind works. Like, I really want to get certain points beaten into people. But if it works, it works. It doesn't. I'm just staying busy. So, hopefully everyone's doing well today. Today was a good day for me. It's been good for quite a while. I've had a lot of issues lately. Things that just don't have to be bad, but are. I lost my car recently. That was kind of a big deal for me because things are really difficult for me right now. And in that way of getting places and so forth, I actually get to come home for a couple days and focus on stuff at home. And I don't have a whole lot going on at home. I don't have my games and my movies and all that type of stuff from my TV. So I'm going to focus on other things, and hopefully I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. So I think there's definitely people that enjoy listening to me just talk about different things. I'd like to be able to organize it a lot better, but I know that I'm a very long-winded type person. You give me paper and whatnot, and you just say write everything, and I'll write everything. But until I get that paper, I won't think about all the different things generally. And it just builds and builds in my head, and then I go, all right, it's time to really release. And I felt that earlier today. I was listening to some guys that are Yu-Gi-Oh players. They're called Underground YGO, and I really like those guys. I've watched them for a long time. I really like their content. I like they seem like good people as people. I like a lot of things about them, and they were doing a questions and answer video. I went through their playlist on questions and answers and listened to 3 or 4 of those, and they really were getting into some in-depth content. And I was like, that'd be kind of cool to do. Answer questions nobody asked, that type deal. And you listen to me long enough, I'll answer questions that nobody asked. I can guarantee you that. If anyone knows, I will go into something one way or the other. Yep, so that's the idea here. I was thinking that maybe I'll do some stuff with cards while I'm home, I'm thinking here I want to just kind of do some things in the house, kind of move stuff around. While I'm doing that, I kind of want to look through some cards and organize some cards, that kind of thing, and just kind of see what we can do, what we can come up with. Do some writing, write down some of my cards, work on some decks, or whatever. So, uh, yeah, like I said, obviously quite a bit to do all the time. Another thing is I'm going to try to be loud enough for the camera to hear me because it's on the floor right now and I'm not on the floor at the current moment. I'm trying to get these cards down. And if you're not familiar with me, I have a large collection of a lot of different things, from cards to papers to movies to video games to all the different things that can keep me busy. So I don't get it around to doing a whole lot. So I'm very appreciative of time for sure. So I'm gonna look through some cards and whatnot, see what catches my eye, and see what ideas I have. Meanwhile, I'm just kind of picking stuff up, moving it around, trying to figure out if I want to rearrange the house or what I want to do here. But yeah, that's kind of just what I'm thinking of at the moment. I'm very much a person that tries to say like, oh well, if you have time to do something, let's try to do it. Make time to do things that you want to do. It's just a mental thing. You won't feel so mentally like drained and whatnot when you're doing things that you want to do and getting things done and so forth. Like I said, I'm a very big multitasker. I love multitasking. I do many things at a time. That's how I get so much stuff up. If you follow any of my YouTube channels, besides the one this one's going on, whichever one it goes on, could be XOYNI, could be WWE Rhea Morgan, could be any of them. Alex OYNI, XODCYNI, Bella Boomerose. Those are my main like 5. So, excuse me. So, for sure, they've got a lot to get going on, and so forth. Like I said, I try not to double up on content too much. I've got a lot of cards that I can look through, make decks of, take notes of, record like my binders and stuff like that, and all that type of deal. Talk about some different experiences and so forth. So I can definitely tell you that there's a lot to say. So I'm trying to do that for everybody here. Like right here, I'm looking through Fire King stuff. I'm looking through old packs. Like here's the Fire King structure deck. I picked that up, and I reckon these are all extra cards that aren't really being used in the main deck because my friend, if you want to just call him technically, because I think I've labeled him technically before, he was helping me a while back when the Fire King deck came out, the new Fire King support. He was teaching me kind of what they do and so forth, and I haven't seen him in so long. But I think I have a good portion of that still sleeved up and so forth. And then, so maybe I'll eventually learn more about that. But I got a lot of extra stuff in here that I'm looking at and whatnot. So, kind of just organizing like more relevant stuff that comes to mind that I'm seeing. I do a lot of different things. I build old decks, I build character decks, I do all that kind of stuff. It's just a constant thing to work on. Organized by archetypes from whatever, really. Got some tunes, some ancient gear stuff, some possessed stuff, some sacred beast stuff, some agent stuff, Got like some anime cards. Keep track of that stuff. Rank Up Magic, the 7th one. That's a nice one. Is that Fable? Vendred, Gizmek, all kinds of stuff. Magic Key. I'm a little behind on a lot of different card stuff, but I still have a lot of information from the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! And whatnot. Just keeping track of all the different things here. You got just random stuff. Kind of just throwing more relevant things that I see together. Try to keep like some art type stuff together would be cool. I tried to sleeve up or binder up a lot of my art type stuff and, you know, kind of have those together. So, yeah, I'm kind of sort of doing that, I guess. Not sure when or if I'll be able to really sleeve stuff up or so forth, but I'm at least getting them put together, and then I'll have them. Finding all kinds of stuff, from new stuff to old stuff, stuff I've never really seen, all that. Stuff I didn't even know I had, frankly. Apparently there's a new Moki Mogi. I didn't know there was another different type of Mogi Mogi, but there is. All this stuff I'm not really familiar with too much. The AI Ignister stuff. I hear that deck's real good. I mean, I've lost to it before on the game and so forth, so I know that there's a lot with that kind of stuff. I'm on a little bit of a hiatus here. I'm playing some of my games. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately, and I'm taking a little bit of a break at the moment. Just a short break here. I don't know when I'll pick that back up. Frankly, a lot of that stuff isn't really, I do that just for enjoyment. Is more, I do it for content and for future videos and so forth. And I do a lot of research and so forth. Is more along the lines of why I do a good portion of things that I do. It's not just, oh, what do I want to do? It's more or less work. So, and that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, there's a Necro Valley. Those are always nice to have laying around. I've always wanted to do decks based on like types and attributes. I do archetypes, like underrated cards, to copying other people's decks and so forth, deck profiles, all that. I'd like to really get in and focus on a lot more things, but we'll see when and or if that happens. Excuse me. This is actually relevant. That's Fish card. That Raid Raptor card is relevant. Marincess Great Bubble Reef, I think that's relevant. There's a Gaia card. There's a Resonator card. Those are cool. AI Melfi. I'm trying to keep track of that type stuff. Lifeless Leaffish. I'm pretty sure that was relevant. Red Rain. Here's a Hisuian Typhlosion. I got that from Legends Arceus or something like that. I think that was a pre-order from Legends Arceus or something to that degree. Been playing a lot of Blue Eyes on the game. I've also collected Cosmos. I'm playing Silent Castle's game, and been working on that, really. So I beat mine and whatnot. I said, well, here's what I can do. I can work on your game so you can have another game ready that has a good save file. It has a lot of cards and decks and so forth that you can play. And I've done a lot of that already. I didn't even know there was a new Magnet Warrior. Epsilon the Magnet Warrior. I had no idea. That's cool. What is this thing? Epigonin, the Impersonation Invader. Is it Battle of Chaos? Yeah, we bought a lot of Battle of Chaos or whatever, and then never really looked at it too much, so I reckon anything's possible. So I'm just kind of keeping track of some things here, seeing what exactly is going on. Oh man, just so many different cards and so forth. Hard to keep up. Double Dust Tornado Twins. Target any number of set cards in your spell trap that reserves the hand, along with as many of those set cards as possible, minimum 1, and then set spells from your hand equal to the number. Huh? I understand this. Target any number of set cards in your spell and trap card zone. Set cards in your spell and trap card zone. Return this card to the hand along with as many of those set cards as possible. Minimum 1. Okay, yeah, so you have to obviously have a card on the board. Then you can set spell and traps from your hand equal to the number of returned. Okay, I can kind of see that having a niche. I don't know that it's going to be huge, but it's, yeah, something. And then here's a deck that I didn't even know I had a card for. It's called Ghoti. G-H-O-T-I, Power of the Elements. I don't even know where I came across this. It's a fish synchro, level 8. This card is synchro summon, target a fish monster you control and one card your opponent controls, banish them. If this card is banished, you can banish a fish monster from your grave special, summon this card. Okay, 27. Gets a card off the board, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. I saw the caster was telling me something about that deck. He was like, oh, the cards look pretty cool or whatever. I was like, alright, I'll have to look at it into it one day. I don't know when it'll be. But just crossed my mind when I found that card. I was like, oh, alright. Oh, man. So much to do. So many different things all the time. I'm working on them right now. I don't even know what this is. Oh, another sticker or something. Just keeping these cards together and whatnot. Like I know I look through these. I don't know. It's very hard for me to look through my whole collection at one given time. I don't have a lot of focus for it. I just have tens of thousands of cards to look through. I know there's over 10,000 actual cards, but I have over 10,000 cards for sure. So, I'm not saying I have every card. I'm saying I have multiples of many, many, many cards. So, yep. Found a few pretty interesting cards there, from new stuff to old stuff, to, serious stuff to joke stuff to, whatever. All kinds of different things that'll keep me occupied whenever I get the chance to really look into all that. Oh, for the meantime, I reckon I'm going to be working